Hello friends, welcome back to the tetrahedron chemistry classes. So guys, in today's class I am going to discuss another phase diagram, but this phase diagram is little different from those diagrams which I have discussed in my previous two lectures. And the previous two lectures I have discussed the one component system, water system and the sulfur system. But today I am going to discuss a diagram, a phase diagram, which is basically a two component system. Okay, so this phase diagram which you are observing here, this is actually the binary eutectic system. Okay, so I can write it here, binary eutectic system. Binary eutectic system. Okay, so later I'll explain this, that the meaning of this term eutectic. Okay, generally the meaning of the eutectic is the easy melting. So this diagram which you are seeing here, actually this diagram is the phase diagram for copper sulfur systems, copper silver system, copper silver system. So that means we are discussing an alloy. Okay, you know what is an alloy? Alloy is nothing but it is the mixture of the more than one metals. So you can consider alloy as solid solutions. Okay, so this is the solid. We are discussing the solid solutions, phase diagram of the solid solutions. Okay, and in this particular phase diagram you can see here what we are having. On the y-axis here you can notice it is temperature in degree centigrade. Okay, and on the, see here also on the right hand side, temperature in degree Fahrenheit it is. So if you want, then you can easily convert this degree centigrade into the degree Fahrenheit. I hope you know the formula how to convert this, but I am not going to discuss that conversion factor here. Okay, but you should remember that on this y-axis, on the left hand side you are having the temperature in the degree centigrade, and here on the right hand side you are having the temperature in the degree Fahrenheit. Okay, and then you see on the x-axis, you see you are having the percentage composition. Of course, when we are having the two metals in it, copper and the silver, so all along this particular axis you are having the copper and the sulfur mixture, and here you can see the composition is written there, but this composition in the units of the weight percentage. But if you go at the top, then it is the weight composition at atomic percentage. So first of all you should know these things actually. Okay, so I hope there is no problem in that. Now if you see this diagram, now you see whenever you are having this eutectic system, remember in that case you will apply the reduced phase rule. What you will apply? Reduced phase rule to calculate the degrees of freedom. Okay, and you know what is degrees of freedom in the reduced phase rule? F equals to C minus P plus 1, and you know the F is the number of the degrees of freedom, C is the number of the components, P is the number of the phases. So why the reduced phase rule we are using in that case? In the eutectic system, generally what we do, actually we actually keep the pressure constant. Okay, so in this case pressure actually remains constant. So pressure is constant. So when pressure is constant, so this diagram is basically TC phase diagram. That means temperature composition phase diagram. Okay, and whenever we will calculate the degrees of freedom in that case, so you will apply this particular formula. Okay, now I am coming back to this phase diagram, right? And it is important for you to learn how to draw this particular diagram, because it is important, see, for your examinations. Especially I am discussing the engineering chemistry for the BTech first year for Uttarakhand Technical University. So you can see here what is given there in that case. Okay, first of all you see I need some space, so what I am doing, I am removing this part. Okay, I am removing this part. So what is given here in that case? You see here that part which I am highlighting right now, you can follow my cursor, which is the red ball right now. This is the region a shape of the curve is following, right, which is starting from the point A and moving to the moving in the downward direction and passing through this point B, and it is end up with the at the point C. So I am discussing A, B and C. But see, in you can see here in this case here, alpha is written here. So what is the meaning of the alpha? So alpha is the phase, it is the phase 1. So I can write alpha phase, alpha phase. So what this alpha phase is generally representing. Okay, so alpha phase is basically a solid solution. So I can write it here, it's a solid solution. Okay, and that solid solution is rich in copper. That means copper would be in the highest percentage in that case. So in that case, you see copper would be there, copper rich phase. It's a copper rich phase. So you should remember this thing actually. Okay, and this will also have plus traces, or you say I can write traces of silver, traces of silver. So that means all along this phase you are having the two solutions, two components in the solid solution, which is where what copper, and that copper is having your traces of the silver. So I can what I can do, I can write it as here. See here you can see, if you see this point A to point B. So first of all, see I have shown you this alpha phase. Okay, now I am going to give you next phase. That phase is the beta phase, say. So what is this beta phase actually? Okay, so you can see here, this is your beta phase, which is starting from this point F and going to the G, and then it is ending at H. So FGH. So in the region here, in the FGH, you are having another phase which is the beta phase, and of course that phase is again a solid solution which is rich in silver. Okay, you will remember this point. This is rich in silver, rich in silver, having traces of copper. Okay, so what I can do, I can little bit change the thing here. You see here what I can write here. See at the bottom you can see here copper is written here, so I'm writing copper 100% here at this point. Okay, at this particular point, see here you can see the copper is 100%, and of course when copper is 100%, so your silver is Ag is 0%. Okay, and on the right hand side, this silver is 100% and your copper is again say 0%. Okay, this thing actually you should you will remember. Okay, and then you see here I have discussed these two phases, right, alpha phase and the beta phase. And generally what happens actually, this your alpha phase, because it is having the traces of the impurities. In the alpha phase, traces of the silver; in the beta phase, traces of the copper. So these phases generally considered as the pure phases or the pure component. Okay, this you will remember. This is very important. Clear? And then after that you can see you can have another thing here. In that case, that phase is actually, you see here, this one, this part, the area which is above A, E and F. That means all this part. You can follow my cursor here. Okay, this part where what is written here, liquid is written here. So another phase is also there, which is actually the liquid phase. So I can write it here as liquid phase. Okay, so so you will remember this thing actually. Okay, now I am going to discuss actually what is there in that case. See, uh, if you focus here, what is this point actually, right? What is this point? Point A. So I'm giving you this point A is the melting point of copper. Melting point of copper. And this, you see this point F. This point F is the melting point of silver. This is melting point of silver. This is important. Okay, you should understand. Now you see here, if you start from the if you start at this point A, okay, and if you gradually decrease the temperature of the system, right? So what will happen? This copper, which is actually at here, actually you can see copper is 100%, because on this axis I have written this copper is 100%. That means copper is actually in the highest percentage here. Okay, copper is having very high percentage here. Okay, but if you decrease the temperature and try to dissolve silver into it, so you see here this is going down, and in this region again traces of the silver gets mixed here. At this point B, you are having the maximum percentage of the silver which this alpha phase can have. And what is that maximum percentage? That maximum percentage is nearly 8%. See, 8.0 it is written here, so I can write 8%. So this actually B is having the highest point B. At this particular point B, you are having the highest percentage of the silver, which is actually 8%. And after that, if you further decrease the temperature, that then again you see the percentage of the silver gets decreases, and finally at this temperature, somewhere around 300 degrees centigrade, it gets to the 0. Okay, so this is important. So what you can say here, the solubility limit of the alpha phase, the solubility of the solubility limit of the alpha phase, which basically is what is the boundary line, which is CBA or ABC, whatever you want, then you can say. So what is this boundary line actually, right? So this is if you see here where it is actually, see, you see at this point you are having the alpha plus beta in that case, and you are having what? Alpha plus liquid in that case. Okay, so this this CBA line or ABC line actually, which is the solubility limit for the alpha phase, is in between the alpha by C. What you can do, if you are taking the limit, then you can write it as alpha by alpha plus beta for this one, and for this one you can write alpha by alpha plus liquid. Okay, so you can say the solubility limit of the for the alpha phase is the boundary line CBA between these two phases, which I have discussed. Okay, and again I am going to explain the things in the reverse manner. See, from here, if you increase the temperature, okay, if you increase the temperature, that means the percentage of the silver gets increases in that case, and it reaches up to its maximum percentage, that is 8%, and that temperature is somewhere around 779 degrees centigrade. So this you will remember that temperature actually at this point, if you meet this point here, so this will give you actually 779 degrees centigrade. So you will remember this point at 779 degrees centigrade, alpha phase is having the maximum percentage of the silver. Okay, at point B, where? At point B. If you further actually, right, increase the temperature, so it goes on decreases and again goes back to the 0. And at what temperature the silver actually the percentage of the silver becomes 0? At point A. That temperature is the melting point of the copper, and that melting point of the copper is what? 1085 degrees centigrade. So I can write it here, 1085 degree centigrade. I hope this is clear to you. Okay, so if you see here, again you see below this temperature at 779 degrees centigrade, the solubility limit line, that is BC. This BC is actually known as the solvus line. Okay, while the line which is actually above here, line BA, is known as the solidus line. So remember, this line AB is known as the solidus line, and this line BC is known as the solvus line. Now the important thing is that what is the meaning of this solidus line and the solvus line. So guys, please remember this point. Basically, this solvus line represents the locus of the solubility. This solvus line represents the locus of the solubility line, okay, and which limits for the solid solutions in a multi-component system. That means the system which is having more than one component. Okay, and remember, so this line is basically represent the locus of the solubility limit. Clear? And then after that, you are having this next line is the solidus line. So in general, if you see what is this actually this solidus line, what is the, see, this solidus line is nothing but it is you can remember this head, it is nothing but it is the melting point, or simply the method of the melting. Solidus is melting. So if someone says what is the solidus line, so you simply say that solidus line means the locus of the all points, right? This is the solidus line, the locus of the all points that represents the completion of the solidification of a material at a given composition when it is cooled in the equilibrium from the liquid phase. So this you will remember again. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you, solvus line and your solidus line. Clear? And similarly, if you go on the right hand side, again you see this line GF is the solidus line for the silver one, and this is the solvus line for the silver system. Okay, this is important, you will remember in that case. And see, if you explain this one, then there is no need to explain the other thing, but you can say here for this particular beta phase you are having this Hg, which is the solvus line. Okay, again this is limit, and this GF is the solidus line. And maximum solubility of copper in beta phase is actually at this particular point G, right? And here what would be the percentage? Again it is somewhere around what is written here, it is not actually clearly given here. So copper in that case, because copper is present in that case in the traces in the trace form, so somewhere around 8.8% copper is there. Okay, temperature is same for this one, 779 degrees centigrade, and again you can see, so I can write it here actually. Okay, what would be the percentage of the copper in that case? It would be 8.8%, and remember it is the weight percentage. This is something very, very important. So temperature is common, that means 779 degrees centigrade, and in that case the two phases alpha and the beta, they are having the different compositions of your impurities. Okay, this is something very, very important. I hope this is clear to you. And after that, what you can see, what we are having this line, this is B, E and G, this is the horizontal line. Okay, and that horizontal line, but what it is doing actually, it is connecting actually these two regions, this region 1 which is having the alpha plus beta phase, and this is having your alpha you see alpha plus liquid phase. And this line is basically, again you can call it as the solidus line. Okay, and it represents basically the lowest temperature. So this line, this solidus line, what it is representing, it is representing the lowest temperature at which the liquid phase may exist for any copper silver alloy. Okay, so if you have any silver copper alloy, so this is the actually lowest temperature, this line actually is the lowest temperature, which is 779 degrees centigrade. Okay, and at this temperature actually a liquid phase may exit for any copper silver alloy. Okay, so this is something very, very important. And again you see the regions, you can see here there are three other two-phase regions, three two-phase regions. So this is alpha plus beta, and this is alpha plus liquid, and this is beta plus liquid. So these are the three regions. Okay, and if you want to study if you want to study in detail about this, so you can use the lever rule or the tie line rule for this one, but I am not going to discuss that much of thing because it is not necessary for the, especially for the BTech first year student. Okay, and now what you can see here, this what this E is actually. E actually representing the eutectic composition. This E is actually eutectic composition. So I can write it here as eutectic composition. Eutectic composition. That means easy melting composition. At this eutectic point, at this eutectic point, what percentage actually you are having in that case? So at this point, if you can see here, 71.9, what this area actually rich for silver. So it is 1.9% silver is there in that case. Okay, and remaining actually say 22% or sorry 28% is your copper. So it's better to write actually. Okay, so nearly I can write it as 72% of silver. Okay, and 28% of the copper. So if someone asks you what is the eutectic composition in the copper silver phase diagram, so you will write actually the composition is like that, 72% of the silver and the 28% copper. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. There is no problem in that. And then you see what actually see now we can see the lines. What are the what different lines are actually indicating. So first of all, I am taking this line AE. This line AE. So what this line AE? See here at this is the melting point of the copper. So what is the meaning of that? And here copper is 100%. If you keep adding silver to the copper, right? If you keep adding silver to this copper, so what will happen? The melting point of this system actually decreases. It is going to decrease. So it clearly concludes that on adding silver to the copper, the melting point of the copper is lowered. Okay, this is important, very very important. Okay, and alternatively same can be said to be for this silver also. On adding, see here copper is maximum. On adding copper to the silver, melting point of the sulfur gets lowered actually. And finally these actually meets at this point E, which is the eutectic composition or eutectic system. Eutectic means both will actually in that case melt simultaneously. That means easy melting mixture. Okay, so line FE actually is representing the same thing for silver, which line A is representing for the copper. Actually both the cases you are actually lowering the melting point of your metals. Okay, I hope this is clear to you, right? See now what you can see, this is what the liquid line. See, this is actually liquid. Okay, and what in that case what is happening in that case? See, these two liquidus line. So this is the liquidus line and this is also the liquidus line. So if you want, then see you should know actually what is the liquidus line. So I can write it here, liquidus line. So liquidus line यहाँ पे क्या क्या है? This is your AE and then your FE. So what are these liquidus line? So basically liquidus means actually to flow. Liquidus means to flow. So if someone asks what is the liquidus line, so you will say the flow point. Simply liquidus means the flow point. So basically liquidus line is actually the lowest temperature at which an alloy is completely. Okay, so what I missed actually in that case, at this point E actually you are having three phases. Okay, what are those three phases? See, solid phase 1, right, and solid phase 2. Okay, one is for silver and other is for copper. Okay, and then you are having the liquid phase. So three phases are there in that case, and all these three phases are in equilibrium. So at this eutectic point actually you are having three phases. See, liquid in equilibrium of solid 1 and it is in equilibrium with solid 2. So three phases are there. Solid 1 is, you can say this is the alpha phase, this is the beta phase. So it is just like your liquid in equilibrium with alpha, it is in equilibrium with the beta. So in that case 3 phases are there. Okay, so if you want to calculate how many components are there, 2 components are there, copper and silver. Okay, and in that case phases are 3, and if it is again +1, so this will give you the 0. So at this point the degrees of freedom is actually 0. Okay, at this particular point E, the degrees of freedom is 0. That means invariant. Okay, that means if you vary any one of these actually, so you will lose actually one phase, which actually you have seen for the your water system at the triple point of the water system also. I hope this is clear to you. Okay, and at the composition I have already discussed to you. And see again a very important reaction which you should know actually. So what I can do, I can remove some space. I can remove some space from here. Okay, the important thing is that in that case, see, you are having say a liquid. Okay, and that liquid is having nearly 72% of weight percent of the silver. Okay, and you see here, if you cool the system, if you do the cooling, okay, cooling the system, so what will happen, you end up with the alpha phase, and that alpha phase would have 8.0 weight percent of the silver plus beta phase. And you know what is the beta phase? Beta phase is nearly 92% of your weight percent of say beta phase is having 90 where is the beta phase? Okay, 92% of the silver. Okay, so this thing actually you can have if you cool the system. Now again, if you heat this system here on the reverse direction, if I heat the system, so heating is done, so alpha phase and beta phase, they will go on into this system where actually you will have this 72% of your silver. So this reaction is very important for this copper silver system. This reaction is actually known as the eutectic reaction. This reaction is known as the eutectic reaction. It is important. Okay, very important. And generally actually see, wherever the horizontal line is there, this horizontal line, okay, this is actually the solidus line at TE, that means the temperature here actually, which is known as the eutectic isotherm also. Okay, so this thing is very important. And remember, eutectic means easy melting. That's why you can easily convert solid into the liquid and liquid in the solid. Right? On heating you will convert solid into the liquid, and on cooling you will convert liquid into the solid. That's why this point is known as the eutectic point, and the reaction is known as the eutectic reaction, because it is easy melting. Okay, another thing what you can do, please note that the solid product of eutectic solidification, okay, solid product of the eutectic solidification is always two solid phases, remember. Okay, whereas for a pure component of the single forms, whereas for a pure component of only a single single phase form, so if you want pure component, only one single phase would be there in that case. Okay, so this is the binary system actually. So this is important system, and whatever actually I found in the textbook, I have explained to you, and I hope actually you understood the things well. And this diagram, however, see, it is not this diagram is not really readily available in your BTech curriculum, but you can Google it, you can find all these things actually. Okay, you can find this actually, or you can go for the special physical chemistry books, right, which actually exclusively deals with the phase equilibria. See, I already told you this phase equilibria is not that easy actually. It is quite difficult to understand the things involved in it. Okay, but definitely you may know some of the things, like I told you what this liquidus actually. Okay, so liquidus is what, at the lowest temperature at which your alloy is completely liquid, which I have already told you. Okay, and what is the meaning of the solidus? This is the solidus line. Solidus line is actually your highest temperature at which your alloy is completely solid. So these things are very important. Okay, I hope you understood the things. So I have already shown you that how you can calculate the degrees of freedom. Then you can apply the same logic and calculate the degrees of freedom in the other areas also. Okay, so guys, in the next class, see, in the phase diagram I am discussing only these three, water, sulfur and this binary eutectic system, and other systems I will not going to discuss, but in the next class I will discuss all those problems which have been asked in the CSIR NET, GATE and the IIT exam examinations, and these numericals actually would be very helpful for the BTech student, because they may have the question based on this in your examinations also. Okay, so I hope actually you understood the thing. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much.